Hello, I'm Elliot Tapper, co-editor-in-chief of Hepatology Communications. It's another month, and that means another issue from our journal. I am privileged to bring to you today the latest and greatest in clinical research, starting with three terrific reviews and consensus documents. Majumder et al., representing GESA, brings us a consensus on the best practices for the management of portal hypertension out of Australia. Dr. Patty Bloom authors a state-of-the-art on the role of fecal microbiota transplantation for all manners of chronic liver disease, what's indicated now, what's coming in the future, and what roadblocks have to be overcome to make this a real thing for our patients. And Dr. Nihar Parikh reviews risk-stratified liver cancer screening. We have some original research articles of note, starting with second-line Tacro or mycophenolate mofetil for difficult-to-treat autoimmune hepatitis. 1 in every 5 patients that we start on therapy needs to move on to second-line treatment. How are we to advise them? Well, we are grateful that Dr. Alina Lashtowitz and her colleagues provide for us the data on rates of response to 2 common second-line options. Dr. Giuseppe Joe Cularo and a very large group of experts provide for us a survey that details just how we are managing hepatorenal syndrome on the wards. Beyond that, we have a great qualitative study from the group of Dr. Archita Desai at Indiana University, led by first author Parva Tineni, on the reasons why patients with cirrhosis are actually presenting to the emergency department. And they are as follows: pain or unmet needs with symptom control, lack of clinical support, just because it's easy and guaranteed safe that we can refer patients to the emergency department for various complaints doesn't mean that we shouldn't develop the resources to help keep people at home and manage their conditions safely where they belong. And finally, uncertainty. We have to level up with respect to our education and how patients handle the various contingencies of their management when dealing with decompensated cirrhosis. And last but not least, I'd like to call your attention to a multi-center report out of Spain, led by Dr. Jimenez Masip, on the rate and risk factors for recompensation in MASH cirrhosis, a truly understudied entity, one of the first reports on this topic, detailing who is most likely to recompensate and the rate. Currently, an unfortunate less than 1 of every 4 patients. These are important papers. I enjoyed reading them. I know you will too, and I will see you right here next month. All the best.
Hi, I'm Carmen Wong, and I'm happy to share with you 4 interesting work published at Hepatology Communications this month. Pediatric activated T cell acute liver failure has poor clinical outcome. An interesting study by Diamond et al. Has identified 2 endotypes distinguishable by CD8 positive perforin expression and monocyte count. And understanding biomarkers and mechanisms could guide therapies to enhance the outcomes. An excellent review written by Li et al. Features the heterogeneity and roles of NK cells in liver health and disease, emphasizing their significance in immune regulation, disease progression, and therapeutic innovation. The next 2 papers I'm going to introduce are on HCC. Tertiary lymphostructures, TLS, defined by clusters of T and B cells, are critical components of the tumor microenvironment in HCC. Li et al. Developed TLS-related gene signature to predict prognosis and immunotherapy response in HCC patients. Another study by Nakamura et al. Shows distinct functional and spatial difference of cancer-associated fibroblast or CAFs in HCC. Specifically, a subset called antigen-presenting calves is linked to immune exclusion at the tumor stroma boundary through CXCR4-related pathways, suggesting that they play a role in modulating immune response. And this study offers insights about calf immune interactions and highlight the CXCL12 CXCR4 axis as a potential target for future therapeutic interventions for HCC patients. Enjoy the studies.